What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. It's been so stinking long. Well, it's been like a week, but I have just been super sick. As you can probably still hear my voice, so if I sound like Kermit the Frog throughout this video, I'm gonna sound like Kermit the Frog, okay? I just still have a nasty cough going and a sore throat, but you know what? I couldn't leave you guys hanging anymore. I just couldn't do it. So I was like, you know what? It's time to film. It's time to just go and it's time to get back in the groove. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I have some explainer to do. I have some things to tell you about week 24 and just things that are kind of going on with pregnancy. So we're just going to go ahead and get right on to it. Okay, so week 24. Every time I write down like notes in my notes on my phone, kind of what's going on. This week I wrote down diddly squat, and that's because I was super sick. As you guys know, in the last video, literally, I don't know if it was the last one, the one before last pregnancy update, I was just getting over being sick. And then this one, the whole entire week, whole weekend, last Friday I got sick, woke up achy, definitely had the flu. I was knocked out, like I was knocked out, but that is besides the point because that's just what happened a lot of week 24. And during week 24, I knew the next following week I had my 4-week checkup, so that would have been like 25 weeks pregnant checkup, and I knew I had that, and I always try to be like very healthy during that time when I know it's coming up, because I want my blood pressure to be low, I want like just all those things, like I just want it to go really well. And this time, I mean, it was a good appointment, but my blood pressure was not super high, but it was on the verge, I guess you could say. And I know that's because I did not care an ounce of what I ate last week. I did not care. And I wasn't working out, number 2. And I know, like, you gotta sweat out that stuff of like you're eating it, otherwise your blood pressure could definitely be high. With that, I wasn't going to share this because I was like, this is just like so embarrassing, and just, I don't know, and it might not even be embarrassing to some people, but it was just embarrassing to me. And I was like, I'm not even gonna share this because people don't need to know. But then I promised myself from the beginning of this channel that I would always be really vulnerable and always share with you guys, because I know that I'm not the only human being going through this out in the world. And I just think it's important I share so that those people don't feel alone, like kind of like I felt. And I just don't want people to be ashamed about it. Like, we can either get up and do something about it or be ashamed about it and not like move on and just keep continuing with what we were doing. So with my blood pressure being up and down throughout this pregnancy, it's only happened twice. She wants me to do a 24-hour lovely pee test. So after the appointment, I went and got, it made me feel like a legit old woman. I was like, when she first told me, I was like, for real? I have to collect my pee for 24 hours? Like, are you kidding me? And she, you know, like, she's collecting it, you know, to see like if I have protein in my pee, because then that could be preeclampsia and stuff like that. And I just know that I am changing my story, because when I first heard that, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I don't have that, like, you know what I mean? Like, scared and just like, this can't be happening. Like, I feel so healthy and like, you know what I mean? Just all these things. I'm like, I promise you it's just because I'm sick. And legit, like, I know my body, you know your body, and I know the reasons why my blood pressure was on the verge of like going past that, where like they'd have to keep an eye on me or whatever. I knew Kermit the Frog's out. Kermit the Frog. Long story short, I get this lovely jug that I have to do, and you pee into this lovely little hat. And I was like, oh my god, I feel like I'm 80. Like, are you kidding me? This is disgusting. Like 24 hours of collecting my pee? Like, no! This is legit disgusting. And so I've decided I'm changing my story. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna conquer it. I'm gonna pass it. And everything's gonna be fine. And I'm just gonna continue to take care of myself. And not worry so much about something so little. And if it does come back that there is protein in my pee, well, guess what? Then I have a doctor that is proactive about it and is watching me and is keeping me healthy during this pregnancy. And that's all I can ask for. It's in God's hands, and I know that I'm gonna be okay. No matter what happens, I'm gonna be okay. So I just had to switch my mindset and know, like, whatever happens, whatever the outcome is, I'm gonna be fine. So instead of like worrying about it so much and like, oh my God, I better get my health on track, I better start eating, you know, in which I am, just for my own good. And I am working out again, even though it's seriously hell. I did the Stairmaster today. It was hell. It was hell. Not gonna lie. Complete hell. So anyways, when I come back from Arizona before my appointment, I'm gonna have to do this 24-hour pee test, and then Monday go in for the gestational diabetes test, which is required for everybody to do. So I have to go in and do that now because it is my time to do that. So that's in about 3 weeks. You do that when you're about 27 or 28 weeks pregnant, which I wasn't looking forward to that because I hear so much negativity about the gestational diabetes test. But once again, I'm choosing not to listen to what everybody has to say about it and how it makes them nauseous, because I'm gonna make my own perspective on it. And I just believe if you go in mentally like, oh my God, I'm gonna be nauseous, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that, then you probably are going to be. And I'm choosing just not to believe that because I'm gonna be fine. Like, yes, you have to do fasted. Like, in my head before, when I was scared of it, I was like, oh my gosh, like, my anxiety, like, I'm gonna pass out. Like, I have to eat. I have to eat. You know what? I'm okay. It's an hour. It's an hour. You know what I mean? In worst case scenario, I get nauseous, I'm gonna make it through. So that's kind of what went on, like, this week during week 24, other than being super, super sick. And I was always so scared of, like, oh my gosh, I'm super, super sick. Like, what about this little girl inside of me? You know what I mean? And so I asked the doctor about it, and she's like, she's totally fine. Like, your immune system when you're pregnant, you know, is way, way down. I'm officially becoming a germ freak for the next 4 months or forever. I'm definitely going to be washing my hands continuously. They're probably gonna be dry as an alligator. Not a lot happened during week 24 besides me being super, super sick. And obviously I still have some of it, but I feel 1,000 times better. And besides like the blood pressure thing, and I'm just choosing to look at it positively, and everything's gonna end up being fine. I feel like my boobs have grown like 10 sizes. I feel like they're getting really, really large, and I feel like they're even more veiny. Like, I'm even more like Spider-Man. But that's all that's really been happening. She's been moving a lot. Just some things that got brought my way, but I know there's brighter days ahead all the time. And every day is such a great day to be alive. And I just know I have a lot to look forward to. And I get to leave for Arizona in like next week. And then my baby shower is next month. In like literally like 4 weeks. And just know, if you're pregnant and you're watching this even a year later, and if you're pregnant, you're going to make it through. There was a day that I literally had to have a pity party for myself because I just was so down. Like, it felt like literally the 10th day of being sick, and like mentally I wanted to move on. Like, I wanted to do the business adventures that I've talked about and start in that cycle. But physically, I was just so drained and could not make it happen. And you just have to, and just being happy and joyful for everything that you are given in this moment, and this amazing human growing inside of you, you're gonna make it through. There's always, always, always a brighter day ahead. So week 24, baby was a cantaloupe. Cantaloupes are gross, but baby was a cantaloupe. And says that baby's see-through skin is gradually becoming more opaque, and baby's got a new pink glow. Around this time, your fetus is about 10.5 to 11.8 inches, and weighs about 12.7 to 20.8 ounces. And it says just every day baby's getting closer to being ready and, you know, ready to thrive outside, you know, here in this world. It says that you just might be experiencing some more like discomfort. I have realized that it is just getting a little bit harder to breathe. And also one thing I guess that I forgot to mention that did happen a lot during week 24 is acid reflux, the worst I've ever had it in my life. And with being sick and having a cough, this might be too much information, but I would just throw up instantly, and it's something that I couldn't like control. So embarrassing. But every time I'd cough, like everything, it was just coming back up, and it was absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible and so embarrassing. One day, my husband was not home, thank God, and I coughed, and I didn't feel like anything was like coming, you know what I mean? And it just went everywhere. I was like, what has my life come to? I'm throwing up everywhere. I have to pee in a stupid hat. That was absolutely horrible during week 24. I have not dealt with that now, so thank goodness. It says that by the end of the second trimester's baby its heartbeat has slowed down to about 140 to 150, and last appointment her heartbeat was 155, so it was really healthy, which I was really super like glad to hear. And it says that the baby is developing like a sleep cycle and a wake cycle, and even yawns. Like, how cute is that? The baby has brows, lashes, and a dusting of hair, and it says they're still white until the baby develops like a pigment. And it says the baby's brain has grown more complex. He or she has begun developing memory and thoughts. That's kind of what is going on with little babe inside of there. But we are going to go ahead and measure this belly. Okay, so this is what we got going on right now. Last week I was 38.5 inches. This week I'm 39 inches. So I grew another half an inch at week 24. So whoop whoop. But anyways guys, that is going to conclude this video. I know that it may not have a lot. I feel like there wasn't maybe like a super good like value out of it, but I want, if there's anything that you guys take away from this video, if you're pregnant or if you're not, or if you're entering motherhood or whatever it is to just not be embarrassed about the things that you have to go through and the things that are happening during pregnancy, because pregnancy isn't all glamorous and all it's put out to be all the time. Is it something absolutely amazing? Yes, it is. It's absolutely amazing. But we're all fighting our different battles during pregnancy. And I just don't want anyone to be ashamed if you do have higher blood pressure, or you have gestational diabetes, or if you have any of that stuff, because you can turn it around. And just don't be ashamed about it, because I know it can be very discouraging, but whatever you can do to lift yourself up during those times that you get news maybe you don't really want to hear or anything like that, that God is on your side, and just continue to push through. Work hard, change what you need to change, and if you have to have a little pity party for yourself one day, do it. Absolutely do it, because I did, and the next day I woke up feeling absolutely refreshed and just ready to take on the day. Just really do your best to try to stay positive, read devotionals, read anything that can uplift you during those times, because it's so important not to fall deeper into that hole. Just give it all to God. Like that's the only thing like I can ever think of, is I just have to give it to Him. Like, stop worrying, you're not in control. And I know I talk about that a lot on this channel, but we're legit not in control. So whatever higher power you believe in, give it to them. But I love you guys so much, and I just appreciate like all the growth that I've seen on my channel, and all the people that are coming in and commenting and sharing their stories and, you know, their pregnancy and things like that. I really love connecting with you guys, so make sure you guys do comment down below, because I really do appreciate it, and it does, you know, help me as well. Like if you guys have tips or tricks or things like that. So on your way out, make sure you guys subscribe and also give this video a thumbs up, and do not forget to follow my social media on your way out. And I just love you guys so stinking much, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys.